What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Legacy Evolution Leader Class Prime Universe Skyquake. So before we take a look at the figure itself, we're going to take a look at his packaging here. So I'm going to move Skyquake out the way so we can get a look at his box. So right up front, you got a nice image there of Skyquake in his robot mold, holding his sword, and then up there in his jet mode, you got Prime Universe Skyquake right there, Legacy Evolution Transformers badge running on the side there, Generations to Karatomi. There's a better look at that jet mode and his robot mode in the picture here. On the side, got Skyquake there in his jet mode, in his robot mode, which is weird. Why did they put him in jet mode here? Strange. Anyway. Going on this side, you got that old Legacy Evolution artwork. Let's see if we can name some of these guys. Swoop, Crosscut, Grimlock, Snarl, Prove Me Wrong, Needle Nose, I don't know who that is, Lyle Convoy, Breakdown, the Transformers Animated Space Bridge, Legacy Armada Optimus Prime, who I'm getting tomorrow on Amazon, and the Nemesis. So that's cool. On the top, Transformers Legacy Evolution QR code, and on the back you got a nice image there of Skyquake in his robot mode, in his vehicle mode, Evo Fusion. That's cool. Prime Universe Skyquake. This thing you can do with Needle Nose. Why? Yeah, that's it for the box. Anyway. Moving on to Skyquake himself, here he is, and oh my goodness, he's huge. Like, I'm gonna bring in one of my comparisons a little early, but like, here he is next to Concept R Megatron. Like, bruh, he's huge. So anyway, here is Skyquake, and he does look quite good. He doesn't look exactly like he did in Prime, and that's gonna be the case with a lot of the Legacy Prime Universe characters. They're not gonna look exactly like themselves, but this is a cool incarnation of the Prime Universe Skyquake design, and I do quite like it. I just wish, like how in the show their wings, Skyquake and Redwing, I wish their wings drooped down at an angle instead of just staying on their back like that, because I don't know, for it to be Skyquake, I feel like they have to have that look for the wings, but you know, it still does look good. So also, I'm not too much of a fan of the completely flat chest, because their cockpits were the chest in the show, and I know this is technically supposed to be that, but I just don't like how flat it is and how square it is. It's supposed to represent the G1 toy. I don't know. Not too much of a fan of that, but it still does look okay. Getting a closer look here at his head sculpt, you can see he's got the nice red eyes there, some silvers painted, the dark green looks pretty good. Decepticon logo on his chest there. Going down, you can see all that nice detail there. His feet. Going up the back, which is pretty nice. I saw someone complain about this cockpit piece back here being a little too flimsy and damage of breaking it, but honestly, that's only if you have his wings completely up like this. 99% of the time they're not going to stay tabbed into those spots, which sucks. So that piece isn't going to be pushed out like that. And also, not that low. Also, depending on how you have the wings, or these back wing sections here, I keep mine out like that. So depending on how you have those, that piece is most of the time going to be protected. So it's not that big of a deal. Also, this panel on mine, you're supposed to bring this fin piece around, and this slot is supposed to go on that tab, but on this leg, it just does not want to go in. On this one, it goes in fine. Like, that connection is solid here, but on this one, nah, that's just not going in. So, oh well. Just gonna have to fix it every time it gets knocked out of place. Articulation-wise, his head, he can look up, he can't really look down. This looking up is nice because he can literally look like he's flying, so that is cool. His arms, so these shoulder pads here do move up and around for transformation. So his arms can go out about that far. If you move the shoulder pad, of course. You do get a butterfly joint due to transformation. Sorry about that. You do get a butterfly joint due to transformation, so if you want to bring his arm around to his chest, you can do that. They do go up about, well, that far if you move the shoulder pad, and they go back about that far. You do get a swivel there at the bicep. You do have a double jointed elbow, which is mainly there for transformation, but if you do move it right, you can get it to work. You do get a swivel here at the hand as well. And then if you disengage this clip, you do get an ab crunch, but I'm not going to disengage that just because for me it's a pain to get that back into place. So you can see like he is kind of sitting back a little bit too. So, but his legs, oh, you do get a full 360 waist rotation if you move the wings just a tiny bit. So you do have that. His legs can go up that far. My goodness, can go back that far. They can go out that far. You do get a swivel there at the thigh. You do get double jointed knees, partly due to transformation. And his toes can go down, and you do get some ankle tilt there. So that is nice. And I'm pretty sure that's it for articulation. So, yep. And then for accessories, he comes with this little yellow thingamajig, which is a sword, and you can just flick out the blade here, and he can have that, and you can just slot it in his hand like so. So now he has this sword, and the way it's what am I hearing right now? I'm hearing things. Okay. The way this handle is sculpted, there's a slot here, so you can only have the blade facing forward in this hand, which sucks, but it's not too much of a problem. You can just put it in the other one. Like, it's not that big of a deal for me. But you also have his machine gun thing here. I forgot what this was called, like the technical term for it. But you can't hold this, so you can just plug the back handle into his left hand, and then you bring it up and use that butterfly joint. Then you can come here and you can flip up this handle. You can't hold it like this, not too well, because this does not like to go in on my hand, even though it just went in perfectly fine. That's great. But you can hold it like that if you want him to. So, thing you can do, or if you want to store it, because my Skyquake holds the minigun on my shelf. So that is a thing you can do if you want him to. Or you can combine those two for the Evo Fusion gimmick. And I'm just going to show you here. Giant gaping hole down here. You can take this and just slot it under there. So that's fun. And then to store it on his back, I take this handle here. You bring it up. You rotate it around, and then you bring it back down. And then you just I plug it in right there on his left wing. There we go. And then, if you want to use that ball joint just to twist it a little bit, you can if you want. But that's storage for his weapons if you want to have it. I'm not going to have that. He's going to hold his minigun on my shelf. So, Skyquake. Now, for some comparisons, here he is with the Studio Series 86 Springer. Here he is with Legacy Vector Prime. Here he is with Legacy United Deluxe Windblade. And finally, here he is with the best Transformers figure ever made in the history of ever. I don't care what anyone says. Peak character, peak figure, Transformers Studio Series, Bumblebee movie concept art, Megatron. So there you have it. So that's pretty much it for robot mode here. So now we shall get into his transformation. So obviously first thing you're going to do, just remove his weapons from back here and then put that minigun handle down the way it should be. So there you go. Put that off to the side. And now we can get to the figure itself. So first thing you want to do is you want to come to his arms here. And there's these panels that you're going to untab. And then you're going to flip them all the way back. And then you're going to take his hands and they're going to go into this cavity just like so. Then you can come to his shoulder pad here, bring it back, straighten it out, and then bring it up just like so. And then you're going to come to his arm again. You're going to collapse this double elbow joint just like so. And then you're going to bring the entire thing out just like that. And you're going to do the same thing on this side. So arm panel, untab it, flip it back, flip in the hand, shoulder pad, bring it up, straighten it out, and flip it up like that. Come to the arm, collapse this double elbow. If it wants to work, there we go. And then just bring the arm all the way up, just like that. And then you're going to come back here, and you're going to untab his wings from each other. So untab each one. And then you're going to also disengage his this connection under his body here. So once you have that undone, there's just a clip. The tip of the nose cone clips into his waist, so you just undo that. Once you have that done, I would bring his arms forward just to get him out the way. And then you're going to come to his back here, and then you're going to angle the wings like this so you can start to work with all this. And then come to the head here. It's on a slider, so just shift it back. And then take the entire nose cone section here, bring it up. And as you're bringing it up, you're going to take the shoulder pads and move them out of your way. So just bring this all the way back, just like so, until the head will go through that cavity. Make sure that clicks into place there. And then you can come to this, flip the nose cone up until it clips into place, close the cockpit, and then if the landing gear flips out, just flip it back. Take his shoulder pads here, bring them up, just like so. So now that his top should look like that. And then you're going to want to come to these little back piece sections here, and you're going to straighten this out, rotate this around, and when you get up here, take this and flip it forward, rotate that around, and then just flip that more inside like that. Same thing on this side, rotate this around, flip that around, bring it in just like so, so that way you can have a little more room when you angle these wings out like that. So now, if it hasn't done it by itself, you're just gonna extend the waist here, take the wings and bring them forward like so, and then take the arm out and then bring the rest of the wing up just like that. Then do the same thing on this side. So just bring this down here, rotate the arm back, and shift the rest of the wing up just like that. So now you got this weird looking thing going on. And then you can take the arms here, and they're going to come inside like that. And then they're going to tap together just like so. And then you want to take his arms here, bring them down just like that. And then you might take a little doing because they might feel like they're sticking up a little bit and they shouldn't be. So you might have to just give them a couple of pushes if they want to. Come on. Let me just unzip. Let me do something. Hold on. Cup. There we go. Okay. So now this side. Okay, there we go. So once you have the arms the way they should be, you can then come to the wings here, and then you're just going to flatten these panels out, and then they should just connect together in the center. And then you might have to shift them up just a little bit so they stay in place. But it should look something like that. And then once you have that, you can come back to the legs here, And the first thing you're going to want to do, I'll show you one leg. So if yours is not like mine and is actually tabbed in, you're going to untab it, bring it around, and then this tab is going to go into this slot right here. So bring the fin down, rotate it around, and tab it in. Come to the foot, collapse that, and then if you have the thruster kicked out a little bit like I did there, just make sure it's all straightened out. Then you're going to come to the leg, bring it all the way up like so, rotate it, and then bend that double knee so that his thigh sits inside of his calf, just like so. And then there's a tab under the wing here, right there, that's going to go into a slot in the leg. So just tab that in, just like that, and that is one side all done. And then you're going to do the same thing on this side. So just untab his foot panel, bring that fin down, tab it in there, collapse his toes and ankles, rotate, bring this up. The slot that tab goes in is right there, by the way. So bring this up, rotate this around, bend his calf or his knee, and then tab in that slot there, and then straighten any of this out if it isn't already. Then you can come to his shoulder pads here, and these are just going to shift back and fill in this weird extension right here. So just fill that in, and then I don't know, they feel like they like tab in some way, but they really don't. So it's just a little confusing, but just shift them back, and you're going to feel them click into place or press into place like so. So shift them back, and that will happen so often. Don't even ask me how many times it's happened. Shift those back. I really don't know where they connect, but oh well. If your fins pop off like mine did, don't worry. It's an easy fix. They literally just slide back into place. So, yep, there you go. And then you can come back here to his fins here, and you can just spread these out. And I think that is it. There is Skyquake in his jet mode. And yeah, he looks fantastic. I love this jet mode. This is probably one of my favorite jet modes of any Transformer I have. And I have a lot of Transformers who have some pretty cool looking jet modes like Gamer Edition Starscream, Earthrise Starscream, TF07 Starscream, G-Axis. Yeah, a lot of them have my favorite ones, but this guy definitely a contender. I have to see how I feel about it in a few weeks. But yeah, honestly, pretty solid. Looks really good. The freaking cockpit opens. Like, what the hell is even that? If it wants to do it. Of course it doesn't want to do it now because it wants to fight me. There you go. So the cockpit can open. You got some seats in there if you want to have that. It just looks really good. Like you can see, looks fantastic. I like how the feet become like the cover of the thruster. That's pretty cool. So, and the bottom too looks great. And the way that it doesn't just look like an undercarriage, like a flat panel up here with just bulk underneath, like it actually looks like a jet, because the way it just slopes up into the nose cone just looks freaking awesome. And also, he has a full set of landing gear. So you can bring these two under his legs here back, and then the one up front down. And he can utilize those. So I'm just going to bring the camera down here. So yeah, very, very nice that he has those landing gear. For the instructions tell you to plug it in here. So just put it there, and it should sit just like that underneath the jet. And yeah, but that's not the best, because once you have him down like that, the landing gears don't really hit the ground. So there are a couple of ports. You got this one, which is probably worse, under his leg here, if you want to do that. You got this one on the side of his shoulders. I'm doing that wrong. My goodness. You got this one on the side of his shoulders. If you want to do that, you can plug him in on the one on his wing, which is probably the most likely spot anyone's going to put him. And I think there was one under his wing too. Yep. And then there's one on each side under his wings. Right there. So if you want to, you can. These, if on vehicle mode, they're probably not going to be on him, because he's probably not going to be in vehicle mode that much, even though this jet is freaking awesome. But yeah. So, now for some comparisons. Here he is with the Legacy United Vector Prime. Here he is with 86 Springer. Here he is with Deluxe Windblade. And last but not least, here he is with Bumblebee movie concept art Megatron in his jet mode. So there you go. So there you have it. There's the Transformers Legacy Evolution Prime Universe Skyquake. He's a cool leader class. There are a few nitpicks I have with the way he looks, but overall he's pretty great and fun. His transformation is fantastic, and that freaking jet mode is beautiful. So yeah, with that being said, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button down below. If you want to see more from my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. And thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out, everyone.